Hey everybody, this is Layton. I'm just gonna do your quarter 3 meeting. As always, if you have any comments, suggestions, questions, whatever, you can follow up from this session and give me a call, shoot a message through Access Care, ask Zeus, D, whatever, if you have any feedback or anything like that. So we're going to jump into it. There's quite a bit to cover, but because you have annual training this month, I don't want to make it too long. So I'm not going to ramble. I can't promise that, but we're going to try. All right. Um, so there's not going to be a quiz at the end of this because, like I said, you're doing all of your annual training. You're doing a ton of quizzes, but there is going to be a code phrase. So listen to that and then send it to D whenever you're done listening to this. All right. So first off, want to thank you for being so amazing to Zeus, as he's come in, and then also D who came in January. It seems like they've been here for years, but um, it's just because of the experience that they brought behind them and the like just innate connection that they have with you guys and with me, and they work really well together, and I'm really glad to have them. I'm also so thankful to have all of you guys and the patience that you've had as we transition and move and try to grow. And, I will stick my neck out for you guys every single day of the week. Um, if it means I get to keep this wonderful team that we have right now who's so patient and kind and understanding when things don't always make sense or whenever things don't go the way that we plan. But we're going to continue on because I'm not going to ramble. Please remember to always clock in and out to get paid. This is something that we will look at when we give raises and when doing annual reviews. We can see where and when you're clocking in and clocking out. Please do both at the client's home. Don't be clocking in down the street or at home, clocking out at home. It looks bad. If you have forgotten to clock in, give us a call so we can clock you out correctly. And on top of that, when you're clocking out, you must put in care notes and digitally, as well as your ADLs. You can't just say, oh, they're the same, or they're the same as yesterday, or everything went good, or they slept, or whatever. A lot of these are going to insurance companies. And they're going to be like, what do you mean, same as yesterday? We didn't cover yesterday. What are you talking about? Just be factual. Do not be opinionated. Don't say, oh, Miss Dorothy Smith, she was quite a handful today. She was in grumpy mood, so I just left her alone. Like, factual. She had bowel movement. She took a nap. She watched this. I helped her do this. I reminded her of her medication, etc. Um, you don't have to make it a book, but like, bullet point it. Don't ramble. So anyway, we've been making Friday calls. I know this is annoying, but we do it because there are times that we don't do the Friday calls, and then Saturday comes around and someone says, "Oh, I didn't realize I had a shift at 2. It's 5:30." I'm like, "We know. We know. We know." So we do it on Friday. So if you're tired of hearing the calls or whatever, send us a voicemail, send us a message saying, got it. But then you actually better be there, because that wouldn't look good. Um, all right, also appreciation again with us getting hours. And I have a pretty cool idea coming up. Zeus and I have been stirring something up for marketing for January. And I just want to put it out there. Like, if you're interested in getting our name out there, why don't you send Zeus a message saying that you're interested in potentially getting our name out there more? therefore getting more hours and then potentially having some kind of reimbursement program. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Anything can happen. Still in the works, but it would be nice to know who is actually interested in doing that kind of thing. I know a couple of you guys are just because we've spoken about it already, but um, so that's great. Your communication has been great. Let's keep that going because, gosh, without communication, this business just does not business. Um, as you also saw, we now have a caregiver bulletin and it's sent out at the beginning of every month for the previous month via email. If you want to update your email, let us know and we'll update it and then you'll get it there. But yeah, Dee's been doing this. They look great. And then we might even start to put them out on Facebook and that sort of thing. But the Caregiver Bulletin is a special board dedicated to recognizing and celebrating the invaluable contributions of caregivers. This bulletin will serve as a platform to express gratitude and acknowledge the hard work and dedication of those who provide care for our clients. Damars views your stats monthly, and those will determine the results of the bulletin. Now, if you are not on there the first time and you've been doing stellar, don't get upset. We know how amazing that you are, and you might be on the next one or whatever. But don't don't take it too seriously. We are going to find a time to recognize you as well. Um, and then if you ever want to know just like how you can be doing better, because this is a work from the field type of job, let us know. We try to give as much like good criticism as possible. And bad criticism whenever it needs to happen, just regular criticism. Not bad criticism, just criticisms in general. Not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. But let's see, broadcast etiquette. You guys want hours, right? Well, when a shift is broadcasted to you, you can expect that we find you a suitable match for this client. However, first, assess if you are available during that time, and if you are, then call Dee and she will give you a rundown of the client and you can decide if you would like to take it. She gets a pretty good feel for who you are, and then and that's how she determines who she sends the broadcast out to in the first place. If she doesn't send it out to you, not a good fit. So just know that if it's being sent to you, it's for you. We didn't just send it out to everybody. That wouldn't be a very responsible way to do this stuff, would it? Would it? I'm sorry, guys. It's really early. Tolls. If you're transporting a client, set your Google or Apple Maps to avoid tolls, unless if you're driving their car and they want to take the tolls. That's fine, but reimbursements for those are not permitted. We have also ADP didn't work out. Obviously, it was terrible. I know how I can't even talk about it because it was just it's too soon. But it was extremely stressful and I know it's extremely stressful on you guys. But just know that we've switched back to ZAMP and for the time being, and the next time that we have any kind of switch, we're gonna bring you guys into the loop of it and say, hey, what do you guys think about this company? Have you been paid by them before? That sort of thing. Because ADP was terrible, and I will openly say it to the world. And I just thank you guys for bearing with us during that. All right, so moving on to better things, we've partnered with White Hat Insurance to help you find good health coverage. If you're not covered by Medicaid or Medicare for some of you, then you might have to get your insurance like I do off of Marketplace. And some of you had it through ZAMP before. And I was looking at that and what it covered and what it cost. And I gotta tell you, you can get better ancillary benefits through one of the brokers from White Hat. I know Colin Christensen, who I believe he's the owner. and he's our point of contact. He's been doing my insurance for a long time. I asked him, "Hey, can we partner together on this? Because like, give me some quotes," and the quotes were better than what Zamp was giving us. So even though we are going back to Zamp, and that might be like a thing in the future if you want to do some like vision, dental, all of that, or telehealth, or full health, or whatever, I would suggest going through Colin. I'll give you his number through here, but also just like if you need it, give me a call. Um, so his number is 303-582-4789, or you can just like Google Colin with White Hat Insurance. I think that's, yeah, I think you can Google that. But he understands budget as well as health goals and doctor preferences. He's a really cool guy and he's not judgmental at all. Believe you me. We kindly ask that oh, this is totally different subject, but but as you're working out in the field, I know that I think about working in a store or something like that. Or even in a hospital where you're on shift with people, you get to talk about your clients with your coworkers, and it's kind of a different vibe here. So sometimes you might want to ask for somebody's number, and they're going to feel like it'd be really rude to not give you their number. So don't do it. Don't ask for people's numbers. If they want you to have if you guys need to have some kind of contact, if you want to talk to somebody who is also on this person's team for a longer period of time, why don't you guys schedule it here? We'll give you like a room to just vent and do that kind of thing. Or if it's a group of you guys who want to do it, we want it to be HIPAA compliant. We want it to be regulated and safe, so it must be in the office. No texting about clients. So, like, what else would you have to talk about? Unless if Shy is taking you fishing, my 2 cents. I can't stop you, but once the texts start rolling in, I can't stop those either. So you can say no to the person asking, or the person asking you just like not ask. I think we no longer have the asker, but they come around. Might be me. It won't be have your number. Let's see. Workers' comp reminder, you have 4 days to report an injury to us if it happened on the job. If you're injured, let us know so we can tell you where to go for treatment that is under our workers' comp umbrella. Just that. Flu waivers. It's flu season. People 65 and older consistently bear the heaviest burden of severe flu diseases, accounting for 70% to 85% of seasonal flu-related deaths in recent years. Protect yourself and others by getting your flu vaccine. While it is not required, it is highly recommended. Please send us proof of your flu vaccine, regardless of if you have the flu vaccine or not. You must sign the waiver. So you can sign it by coming into the office and signing it. And if you come, and I mean, it would only make sense if you came into the office anyway, because then you'd have your proof of flu. I'm like down here because I'm looking for mine. Um, but yeah, no, we're looking for. So we have our own waiver that you have to sign, and then on top of that, they'll give you like a little, you know, they'll give you a little heck and heck. Where is it? Safeway will also give you a 10% discount on groceries. Found that out last night. But oh goodness. We've got golf tees coming out. This is it. So it should look something like this. Yeah, I don't care if you know my information, but it should look something like this, and it'll go with your flu waiver. Um, And then, so a good time to bring that or a good time to sign that would be at our potluck that we're having next Thursday, not this Thursday, but October the 30th. And we will be reaching out to see if you're available and if you would like to come bring something you loved and would like to share. If you're interested in knowing what other people are bringing, hit up D. That way you can know like I don't, I don't want to bring brownies if someone else is bringing brownies, that kind of situation. Um, the real problems of the world. But yeah, so Thursday, October 30th from 10:30 or from 10 o'clock to 3:30. And then we're gonna try to shift the time for like if we have like a next little party in this season, we'll try to shift it a little bit. Also, if any of your churches or anything are having any like holiday related events where we could set up a table and like give out kid stuff or, like do anything, let us know. We want to be involved in the community and we want to be involved in your community. Um, yeah. So, next, please ensure you're completing your annual training before the end of October. All of you are doing a fabulous job on this. If you don't get it done at the end of October, we'll probably schedule a visit. Like, we'll probably schedule something in the calendar for you to be in the office. Um, and if it says in office and you don't come to the in office appointment, that is a no call, no show. If you're late, it's a late. Show up. Like if you're gonna show up for the office. Um, if you can't make it, give the office call. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm getting thirsty. Communication is key in your position. If you're reading and not replying to messages, not approving or denying broadcasts, not answering calls, etc., you can expect to be called in so we can talk about how to break down any walls of communication that we may have. If you want hours, you got to be responsive to get them. Care notes must be completed in the app. We talked about that, but I wanted to hit on it again. Do it. If we have an appointment with you on the calendar as a shift, we went over that too. I'm just ahead of myself, just ahead of the game. So quarter three, we always have to go over emergency preparedness and things like that. Um, One thing that I just want to hit on is DNRs and hospice and that sort of thing. Fire evacuations, things like that. We're getting into the winter months. We don't call out for winter weather. If you can't drive in the snow, now's a good time to tell us. We did ask that during the interview, but if things have changed or your vehicle's changed or whatever, let us know. If we see a storm coming, we're gonna help by preparing beforehand to find a replacement. Each client has a priority code, like a 24/7 is going to be a 1 because they live alone. We're there 24/7. If we and then power outages as well. We deal with those in the moment, and I mean, you guys are just going to be following our directives as far as power outages when people are on oxygen. Those are the clients that we're really going to be paying attention to make sure that they have those mobile tanks. If they don't have those mobile tanks and you're seeing that already, let's go ahead and try to prepare some for winter, just in case. So when a fire, product of combustion, or disaster endangers a client, evacuations will begin immediately and continue until the client is no longer exposed to danger. Immediately call 911 to get help. Um, Staff in the immediate hazardous area is responsible for the initial evacuation of the room, house area involved. This action includes through the arrival of fire department and emergency first responders. If there's a fire in the home, get your client out of the home. If you're unsure of how you would get the client out of the home, contact the office and we will discuss the client's specific plans. The code word is flu waiver. Flu waiver. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back in the video. Um, all right, emergency preparedness and home safety slideshow. That would be next. But I'm gonna go ahead and just like Okay, so you guys are gonna get info sheets on the flu vaccine and stuff whenever you guys come in for the waiver. Oh, I got some stuff going on. Um, da, 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 da. But yeah, the slideshow. Let's just do it. Um, yeah. I want to just. I guess this says one more time. Yeah, you'll be getting the info sheets. I'm doing the thing. I'm rambling. Um. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch on over. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna do the slideshow here. And I told Dee I was gonna make this so short and then like, what a lie, right? So sorry. All right. Hopefully you can see my screen. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. All right. Well, first we gotta start. We should start at the beginning. Oh God, we were at the beginning. You guys didn't see any of that. All right, home safety. It's your responsibility to ensure the client's safety while you're in the home. There are several ways we can eliminate chances of danger in the home. Emergency procedures. In the case of an emergency, call 911 and then call the office. If the client is on the floor and is not injured, call lift assist. They'll determine if they're injured. Um, if they are DNR, if they are on hospice, you do not call 911. You call hospice. But if there's a fire, call 911. Call a fire department. Um, if a client passes away, if your client passes away and has a DNR but is not on hospice, call 911, then us. If they are on hospice, they must also have a DNR. Call hospice, then us. If they are in a facility, call 911, then the charge nurse. If you're unsure if the person in the facility has a DNR, call the charge nurse first. If you don't know what to do, call us and we'll let you know. If they're in a facility on hospice, call hospice. There's a lot of ways of saying if you are on hospice and have a DNR, call hospice, and if not, call 911. So there's 9 different ways to say it. Electric outlets and devices. Outlets. Are outlets used properly, avoiding multiple plugs and extension cords? Like, do they have one of those things with the cube and all of them are coming out with different extension cords attached to if that's happening, let us know. If you can't fix it in the moment, God, some of them don't even touch them, just let us know. But let us know if that's happening. Sometimes people really don't want their stuff touched, so it's okay, like, to let us know so we can take care of the situation. Are electric cords free from fraying or cracking? You guys know what that means. Do electric plugs fit snugly into their sockets? We don't want any half out or ones that don't like fit right. Do electric cords run along walls and not across rooms? Because the last thing we want is them tripping over cords. And then oxygen tanks. Are they placed in appropriate area? Are they next to a fireplace? Don't let that happen. Is there a no smoking sign in the home office? Is there a no smoking sign in the home of the client with oxygen? Let us know if you need any items. Floors and stairs. Use non-skid wax on floors while cleaning. Don't be baby oiling up the wood floor. Make sure you're using what they usually use. And if what they're usually using is slippery, you might even like, don't be afraid. I mean, if it's clean house, don't be afraid to take your shoe off for a minute and slide it against the wood floor to make sure that it's not too slick. Make sure rugs are secure to the ground before the client tries to walk over them. And if rugs become a problem, let us know. You've seen us take a lot of them out. We do that. Make all hallways and pathways clear of clutter and tripping hazards. Handrails should be secured. If you notice they're coming off the wall a little bit, like just from jiggling, let us know so we can get those tightened in because if someone falls and holds onto the handrail, it could rip off. I'm not saying that's happened to me. You said that. Anyway, is there a need for non-skid treads on stairs? Maybe. Ask yourself that question. Ask us that question. If they're wood steps and they're going up them all the time in their little socks, probably they probably need some treads on them. Stairwell should be completely clear of clutter and well lit lightings. Lighting should be adequate throughout the house. Monitor light bulbs that may be burned out. Don't change them because you're not allowed on a big old step stool, but alert the office. Night lights are a great idea for clients who get up on their own throughout the night to use the restroom. They're also great for you so that you can make it through the house to see them at night. And then you can also like see them if they're like walking around in the dark. You don't want that. That's scary for everybody. Bathrooms. Does the client need armrests to push up from the toilet? Always remind yourself you can, if you're taking a walker and you push it up next to a toilet, if they don't have anything to pull up on, if you put it up on a toilet, they can turn around, sit there, and pull up on the walker if you're like in a public restroom where they don't have those. Um, so are there grab bars in the shower or places where the client reaches for? If they're reaching for the wall or something, mark where that is in your head and let us know so we can put something there for them to actually hold on to. It's just gonna be safer. Are the bathroom mats slip proof? Is there a bench in the shower or bathtub? Oh, code word new leaf. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not code leaf. Do you know what it is? It's flu waiver. Home environment. Are the following out of reach? Are the following, someone messed up all their comments. Are the following out of reach of confused adults? Medication, dangerous tools, harsh cleaning substances, or poisons. Make sure all that stuff is out of the way. We don't want them to think that borax is powdered lemonade. That could be terrible. Are you comfortable? If you're not, in any situation, if you're not, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for physical help. Are you aware of oxygen safety standards? That's a really good question to ask. Are we frozen? Is this it? That that's it. That's it. So um anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for tuning into this. And send the code word to D as soon as you get it. Code words because there's two. And there's, I mean, two words in the code. You know what it is. All right. Well, I've kept you for well long enough. And I hope that you all have a fabulous week, and we will talk soon. Bye.